Room's hazy, but your vibe is crystal clear. Got you thinking about Jackal, baby, 'cause he's right here. You tune right into the podcast. Ain't no doubt the ElaFrequency Podcast is what it's all about.
Hey, what's up? This is Jackal. Thank you for joining me on the ElaFrequency Podcast. You could have been anywhere in the world right at this moment, but you took the time to spend it with me, and I appreciate that. So as not to waste it, let's get to it. What we talking about? We are talking about this boycott, this so-called boycott. And I heard about it a couple of days ago, but when I was going on the internet, I just got caught up to it now. And so let me get this straight. There were an Asian couple who owned a restaurant, just like just like Menace to Society, to be honest. So there was this Asian couple that owned a restaurant or a gas station or whatever, and a young black man was in there. They were following him around, and they made him leave a store or something like that. They was assuming he was stealing, and he ran out or something, and the son supposedly chased him, and the father said he was chasing after his son, and he fell, and a gun came out or something, and the son was yelling, "Gun, gun, gun," and the father, Asian father, took out his gun and shot the guy, the kid, killed the kid. And this was not the first time that Asian family were involved in a shooting, possibly killing, from what I understand. So I think that's the gist of everything. He went to trial, and of course he was found not guilty. Stand your ground, because evidently a black life is not worth much to white people or Asian people, is what some people would surmise. Now, been around 54 years. I lived in a lot of places: Chicago, Minnesota, California, Norfolk, Virginia, overseas. I've been in a few places. Okay, Minnesota. I've been in a few places. And so now they're saying, there was a Asian guy on the internet saying black people are always talking about boycotting something. He dare black people to boycott Asian stores. What are they gonna do? It's not gonna affect their businesses. We can't do it. Black people need them. Where they're gonna get their weave from? Where they're gonna get their nails done? Where they're gonna get their pedicures, manicures, liquor, and all this stuff. And black people are going out there and boycotting these Asian businesses. Now, I just want to say how I feel about this as a black person, a black man. I think a lot of it is silly, if I'm being honest. Y'all letting one Asian man dictate what you guys do with regard to a whole Asian community. And then you hear people on the internet saying they be talking about us anyway when we be in a nail salon, blah, blah, blah. Black people do the same stuff. Black people talk about Asian people. Black people talk about white people. Black people talk about black. Everybody does the same stuff. All these ethnicities and all these people, they all do the same stuff. Y'all acting like because Asian people now, they talk behind black people's back, and everybody does that. All these cultures and ethnicities talk about each other, make fun of each other, but also have friendships amongst each other. Sometimes I feel like black folks try to make other black folks fight causes that they shouldn't be fighting. We're going to boycott nail salon. What is that going to do? So what? Y'all the ones who run out here to get y'all nails and hair and all this stuff from these people. Now y'all want to boycott because somebody got killed? A young black man got killed? Now y'all want to boycott? How does that even make any sense? And another thing that's kind of silly to me is other black people say, we need to spend our money in our own communities. Here's a $1 million question. What community is that? What community is that you're talking about? In the ghetto? in the hood. Like what? Where is the black community? Where is the black community whereas I could go spend my money? Where is that? Where is the black community where if I spend my money, it circulates back into that community? Where is that? Where is the Asian community? Whereas if I spend my money, it circulates in the Asian. Where is that? Can somebody please tell me where that is? Like there are hubs, like there's a Chinatown, there's a Koreatown. See, like it makes sense if you say only spend your money in Chinatown, then it'll circulate through that community. That makes sense because there's really a Chinatown. There's really a Koreatown, a Little Russia, all these places, they have little communities. Where the fuck is the black community? Where are y'all talking about? So if a black person owns a nail salon and my wife goes to that nail salon, is she spending her money in the black community? That's how stupid this is. Think about what you're talking about. If a black person owns a nail salon and you spend your money at that nail salon, are you supporting the black community or are you supporting a black business owner? You're supporting a black business owner, not any community. Because you know what? That black business owner, you know what they're doing when they get your money? They're going to an Asian, let's say Chinese. They're going to China, or they're not going to China. They're buying their products from China, most likely. Where else do you think they getting this weave? Or Korea? Like, where you think they getting these products from? What black community is making weaves and making nails and making everybody, white people, black people, Asian people, whomever, they're all getting these cheap products from China. You go into a black-owned store, you're not supporting any kind of black community. So will y'all please stop saying that dumb shit? There's not a such thing. Where can you go to spend your money and it circulates amongst black people? That's not a thing. But yet y'all be listening to the people act like it's a thing. Y'all need to spend y'all money with the black people. What are you talking about? That's not even a thing. We're so ingrained in America that we're everywhere. There is no black community. Black people can have community, which means we can come together and do things as black people, but we don't live in a certain space where you can go spend money and it circulates amongst us. And that's not a bad thing. That's just a fact. Now, back in the day, there were black communities, and we all know about those. We all know what happened to those communities. That was when you spent your money and it circulated in the black community. That's not what's prevalent today. So what are you talking about? We need to spend our money in the black. Stop saying that because it don't make sense. You don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what you're saying because it's not a real thing. Now, if you're going to Atlanta, there are some communities that the businesses are all black owned. Everybody's not going to go to Atlanta to buy stuff. Do you understand? So that's like, you have to realize when you're being played for the fool. There is no black community for black people to go and spend their money. If you want to support a black business, do so. But stop saying you're helping the black community. You're not. You're helping that one business owner and his or her family. That's all. I support that. Make sure you're saying what it is that you're doing. And stop saying stupid shit that don't make sense, like I'm supporting the black community. Just say I support black-owned businesses. And when others go into a Chinese nail salon or Asian nail salon, let's say, because it could be Chinese people, Japanese people, Korean, it could be different people. So let's just say an Asian nail salon. A nail salon owned by Asian people. Are you helping the Asian community by doing that? A lot of times you are, but that don't necessarily make that a good thing. Just because they have a community doesn't make it good. You know why? Because they are taking that money, paying for their grandmothers and fathers and cousins and all that shit to come over here. Black folks ain't doing that. We already here. We are already here. Stop letting other people talk to you as if they are prevalent and they are the dominant people. Y'all got this weirdo Asian dude talking about we own this, we own that. Y'all got to go to China to get your products. And y'all thinking about boycotting because some weirdo is saying this stuff. Think about it. Think about it. Y'all letting us come over here and take all the jobs, blah, blah, blah. What's the number one job in America? What's the number one highest position you can have in the United States of America? Let's talk the facts. What's the highest position you can have in the United States of America as a job? President of the United States. Most powerful person on earth, right? How many Asians have been the president of the United States? How many ethnic groups or how many ethnicities have been the president of the United States? You could say white, black. That's it. That's it. The highest office in the United States that you can have to be the most powerful person on earth, there has never been an Asian person president. Fact. Has there been a black president? Sure has. Vice president? Sure has. So when others come over here and talk that shit, you better start talking that shit. Because you think you're doing something, coming over here, opening up the little businesses and sending your money home to your people. Kudos, buddy. Good for you. How many Asian universities do they have in the United States? Are there any? What's the name of highly acclaimed, highly accredited? Is there a such thing as HBCUs? HBCUs? There are black colleges and universities, highly acclaimed, highly accredited. We did that. So don't come over here talking about what y'all done did. Y'all own some stores. What y'all had to fight through? Like Asian people, a lot of times come over here and try their best to be seen as white. Collectively, us black folks ain't never did that. We came over here as who we were and who we are, and we ride that shit till the wheels fall off. Accept us or get out the way, because we here. Roll with us or get rolled on. Don't come to me talking about that. We own liquor stores, hair weave store. Cool, you can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at. You can have that. I could care less about owning a liquor store. Or my people owning a liquor store. Or my people owning a hair salon. Or my people owning a nail salon. I could care less if my people ever own any of those things. We went for the highest. And we go for the highest. And we've achieved those plateaus. How many Asian billionaires have there been from opening liquor stores? How many Asian billionaires have there been from nail salons? How many have there been from rap music or anything that black people do? Going into business, selling clothes, playing basketball even. Why y'all worried about what these people got to say about y'all? We've been doing this. Y'all need to stop being so sensitive. One clown got on the internet. Now y'all boycotting Asian everything. If you want to do that, you can do that. But I'm saying don't be fooled into doing something stupid. Don't be suckered. Don't be misguided. Don't be misled into doing something that you don't even really know what you're doing. There is no black community in which you can be spending your money. There are only black-owned businesses where you can spend your money. And more likely than not, those black-owned businesses that are so proud to tell you I'm black-owned are buying their products from those Asian companies because they make, design, and sell cheap products. I'm not mad at them for that. You gotta buy. That's how you make money. You buy it as cheap as you can and sell it for as much as you can sell it for. You have to make your profit margins work. But don't fool yourself. Know what you're talking about. Know what you're doing. And number one, most of all, don't let other people come over to our country, because this is ours. Who has more rights to the United States of America than us? We've been here before anybody, and we've done more than anybody. It's a fact. So don't let nobody play you out of your position or talk you out of your position, no matter who they are. Let them say they came over here and they did this and that, and until you and your ancestors have come over here and became president. Until you and your ancestors have come over here and become billionaires off of your own culture and things you've represented, started, initiated, formed, designed. We don't want to hear that. You're lucky we support you. Because the same thing y'all doing to us, the white folks is doing to y'all, laughing at, smiling in your face, laughing at behind your back. And y'all try so hard to be them. And a lot of us see a lot of them as weak and don't see why you or anybody else would want to be them, because they ultimately want to be us. So you wanting to be them just means in turn that you really want to be us. So once you think about that, once you think about the people that you really want so bad to be accepted by, they don't want to be accepted by us. They want to be us. They want to look like us. They want to dress like us. They want to act like us. They want to dance like us. They want to be as effective in sports as we are, as intelligent as we are, cool as we are, and as protected by and from the sun as we are. That's why they try so hard to destroy us, so they can become us. And you want to be them. Think about it. Collectively, who has black people ever tried to be other than themselves? I mean, you got some black people that try to be white and act like, you got that, but collectively, we love being us. We have the best and the most culture. We can do everything. We have done everything. We have succeeded in every way imaginable. So step back and check yourself. You want to be so bad somebody who wants to be somebody else. It's a shame. So love yourself, man. And black folks, love yourselves. Stop thinking that we have to unite. We have to unite to fight against the Asian people. We got to unite to fight. We're already united. We don't have to always be fighting something, fighting for something. We can just live. Do you understand? We can just thrive. So with that being said, I'll leave you with this.
The ElaFrequency, yeah. Got that eternal love. The vibe is feeling so right. Welcome to the ElaFrequency Podcast. Turn the world down, tune in your soul now. The ElaFrequency Podcast. Here on the vibe.